Hey guys, it's Becky. Today's look is Sally from Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas. If you like this look and want to see how I created it, keep watching. First, we're going to start off by popping in these Manson contacts by Lux Contacts. Then, taking this Mehron Aqua Paint in the shade Light Blue, I'm going to cover my face, neck, and chest. I'm not going to show you any of the chest work today because when I put on my costume, it turns out the neck went really high up, so I did all the chest work for no reason. You will need to put at least 2 coats, making sure that each coat dries completely before trying to apply the second coat. As you can see, the paint will get darker as it dries. Okay, starting with our eyeshadow using the James Charles Morphe palette, I'm going to go in with my first shade, which is called Brother. This is not the right color I'm pointing to. I apologize for that. I'm going to apply that color above my crease line. Try to blend it out as well as possible, but that's not always the easiest thing to do whenever you're trying to apply eyeshadow over your aqua paint. Sometimes you will flake your aqua paint off, but that's okay because you're going to cover it up with eyeshadow. For this look, I'm going to be sticking to all blue eyeshadows because Sally's eyeshadow is completely blue. Hers is only one shade of blue, but we're going to be a little fancier than that. Keep in mind, if your eyeshadow is not blending the way you want it to, you can always use a tapping motion. You will get quite a bit of fallout, but that's okay because it can easily be wiped off. Going in with our second shade called Cola, which is a darker blue shade, I'm going to put that right in my crease line, or if you have hooded eyes like I do, you might want to put that slightly above your crease line so you can still see that beautiful color even when your eyes are open. Going in with my next shade, which is called Playground, which is going to be my highlighter color. Be sure we're going to stick to mostly matte colors because this is a Tim Burton film. I'm going to put that right underneath my eyebrow, being sure to try and blend it as well as possible with the other eyeshadows I've previously applied. My final shade is called Acapella. It does have a slight sheen to it, but it's barely noticeable and we're putting it on the lid, so I think that's okay. I feel like Tim Burton would approve. I'm going to take my Tarte Shape Tape, carve out my eyelid just a little bit to make sure that you can really catch that color. Be sure to wipe away any fallout you probably had before moving on to your bottom eyeshadow. And because I can't leave well enough alone, I'm going to deepen that crease just a little more. For the bottom eyeshadow, I'm going to take our crease shade, which was Cola. I'm going to smoke out my entire bottom eyelid, taking it all the way from corner to corner, blending it as well as possible. It's at this point I really wish I would have already done eyebrows because I look ridiculous. And finally, going back in with the color Playground, which was our highlighter shade, I'm going to put that right underneath the darker Cola shade, smoke that out as much as possible to give it the kind of an undead look. Then I'm contouring around the edges of my face to make it appear rounder. Then lining my eyes in white with the NYX Jumbo Eyeliner Pencil. And let's throw on those eyebrows with some blue aqua paint. With the dark blue eyeshadow, we're going to go ahead and map out where we want to put Sally's stitches. Then with a darker blue eyeshadow in the shade Cola, I took a Q-tip just to do the center of the stitches to kind of make it look like a cut. Then I'm going to use the Ben Nye Aqua Paint in the shade Snow White, and I'm going to go ahead and draw on the stitches where I want them to go in kind of a C and X pattern all over where I put the blue eyeshadow in no specific pattern. Remember to wipe off any fallout you may have had. The stitching process does take a long time, but you've worked so hard on your makeup this far, you don't want to mess it up. Now, we're going to take a dark blue. A lot of people use black, but I thought we'd stick with the blue. And I want to put dots on both sides of our stitches to make it look like it's going into the skin. Okay, using the dark blue, we want to line both sides of our stitches to make sure you're giving it a little bit of a shadow to bring the stitches off the skin just a little bit to make them appear more realistic. Making sure you don't have too much paint on your brush, just slightly line the stitches to create the shadow. Okay, after popping on some eyelashes, I'm going to take some black aqua paint and use it as an eyeliner on my top and bottom lid. You can definitely use real eyeliner if you want to. I just used aqua paint for no specific reason, probably because it was the closest thing to me. I'm going to go ahead and give myself a pretty dramatic wing. For lipstick, I am using the matte red lipstick in the shade Give a Glam, and I'm going to overline my lips quite a bit. I can never get away with this because I have what I call a lip cliff, which means my lips are really defined, so I can never get away with that. And I just switched brushes because that first one was not working out, so I switched to a paintbrush. So continuing to overline my top, then bottom lip, then I'm going to fill the entire thing in, which you're not going to see because I dropped my lipstick on the floor and nobody needs to see that. So once you're done with the lipstick, this is our completed look, and then we're just going to pop on my wig and my dress, and here you go. I I really hope you like this look, guys, and if you did, be sure to give me a thumbs up. If you haven't already, be sure and subscribe to my channel, and as always, I would love to have your comments and feedback. I love you guys, thank you so much, and don't forget to hit me up on Facebook and Instagram.